before anybody freaks out, please just hear me out. Then you can freak out, okay? I'm not sure why I'm so concerned about people being upset with Patreon, because realistically speaking, there's no real reason for somebody to be upset about this, but I know it's the internet, so that people don't really need a reason. But anyway, and I know it's kind of bad timing for me to do this, really, because it seems like a lot of people have been talking about Patreon lately, which I believe is because of YouTube videos being demonetized all over the place now. That happened to a bunch of my videos. I've been monetizing my videos since last November, for those of you who don't know. I guess I never actually made that like a public announcement. I was going to. I think I mentioned it in like 3 different updates, but I cut it out of all 3 of them because I didn't like the way that I was talking about it. And so I just decided to do it without telling anybody, and nobody noticed or cared. So I've got a lot of my videos demonetized recently. I think it's like 1/3 of my YouTube poops. And on top of all that, you know, the whole adpocalypse thing that happened, like, I think that was the end of March, beginning of April, that really took a huge toll on my income from YouTube. I wasn't really making a ton to begin with, but I was making probably about $50 to $75 a month, and then went down to making 1/4 of what I was making before. And it kind of went back up, but then I got a lot of my videos demonetized, and a lot of my newer videos that I've been uploading have been like automatically flagged as inappropriate. But anyway, without rambling on too long about that, basically, I really, for the longest time, I've really wanted to be able to make a living off of YouTube. Long before I ever made YouTube poops, I've wanted to make a living off of YouTube. But now that I've started making YouTube poops and I really like making YouTube poops, I definitely would love to make some sort of a living off of YouTube poop. Or at least make enough money off of YouTube to the point where I don't have to have a full-time job. And it was looking like that might have been a possibility until the adpocalypse and the demonetization. And so that's the main reason why I decided that I wanted to do a Patreon. And for the few people who are upset that I would be doing that, you don't have to support me if you don't want to. It's kind of really freaking easy. And I'm not going to be doing any Patreon exclusive content. I'll talk about that in just a little bit, but there will be rewards. I have one reward for Patreon supporters, but it's not going to be like something exclusive to Patreon. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Well, actually, I guess I should talk a little bit first about how Patreon works for some of you who would maybe be interested but don't know exactly how it works. When you make a Patreon account, there's a couple different ways that you can edit the payment method. Some people choose to do, if you support them, you pay for everything they make, every creation, or you can do it so that they pay for every month. And I've chosen every month because sometimes I make a ton of videos in a month, sometimes I only make 2 or 3, but I don't think there's been a single month since like the first couple of months when I first started. I don't think there's been a month that's gone by where I didn't have at least 1 video out. So the way it works is if you support me on Patreon, you can pick any amount you want to give me a month, as little as $1, which is appreciated. You know, $1 is very helpful a month. I know it doesn't seem like that much, and really technically just one person giving $1 a month is obviously not a lot of money. But I mean, just 1/4 of my subscribers giving me $1 a month would be enough for me to go full-time on YouTube. I know that's not even remotely possible, because I know that probably only about 1/4 of my subscribers actually watch my content, if I'm being honest. But anyway, $1 a month is appreciated, and you can give as little as $1 a month, or as much as, I don't know if there is a limit, just however much you want to give a month. Yeah, that's basically all there is to it. It's very simple to understand, even for me. And so there is a reward. You can set multiple rewards if you want to. If you give a certain amount of money every month, you get different rewards. But I just went with one reward. I noticed when I was making my my introduction video for my Patreon, that I don't say reward right. I say reward, kind of. It's like a W almost. I need to try to say that better. But now I'm always going to notice it every time I say it, and you'll always point it out every time I say it. But anyway, I just did one reward, which is for $1 or more a month. You can send me a message that has, you know, some kind of a message to it. It could be a quote from something, or something that you just kind of make up or whatever. Something reasonable length, like about the length of a tweet or something like that, along with the name of like a person or a character that you want to hear sentence mix to say that thing, as long as I've used them before in the past. And I'll take all the requests that I get within a month. At the end of the month, I'll take them all, sentence mix them all, and put them together in a video, add some visuals and stuff like that. Try to connect certain sentence mix requests together to try to make a YouTube poop, basically, and upload it to YouTube as a YouTube poop. So that way, even if you don't have any interest in supporting me on Patreon or whatever, you're still going to be able to get something out of it. You'll still hopefully get an interesting YouTube poop every month. I don't know for sure if it's going to be like a great video every month, but something interesting anyway. Also, I know that I have talked in the past about doing sentence mix stuff like this before, or sometime in the future, like where I do a live stream and have people give me ideas for stuff, challenges basically for stuff to sentence mix. And I still plan on doing that. It's just that's going to be more of a challenge than a request, and it's probably not going to be very visually interesting. You know, that's just that. Like I said, it's more of a challenge. The thing on Patreon, that's more of a request, where within reason I'll do any sentence mixing request. You know, like I said, it has to be short-ish, and I do think that for people who give more than $1 a month, I might, you know, let them go with a little bit longer of a message, but it'll still be more or less the same. So I'm kind of just rambling on about that. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching through this entire thing if you made it this far, and I hate ending these, so I'll get back to work on the tennis round.